Hello, and welcome to my story from Lasting Impressions. If you are looking to use Word to write your personal history, we thought we would give you a few tips that will help you to get started. The first thing I thought I would show you is a couple of different styles in fonts. So this first font, the ABC here, is actually a font called Calabrese, right here. And it is a font that does not have serifs. Now, a serif are the little tails that you see on the letters. This ABC is written using Times, which is a very popular font, but it has the serifs. So you can decide which kind of font that you want to use. Sometimes people suggest that a font without a serif, like this here, is actually easier to read. Another suggestion when you're typing is to not use all capital letters. It makes it easier for the eye to look at and to read. Now, of course, there might be a few words or something that you want to be all in caps, and that's great. Don't let that stop you. But the text overall is better when you use upper and lowercase letters. Very common size is font size 11 or 12, somewhere in that neighborhood. That is pretty popular. Now, the next thing I want to show you is page size. Now, Word automatically defaults to a portrait 8.5 by 11, which is a great book size as well. However, there are other sizes that you may want to consider. Memory Mixer is our publishing company. They make beautiful books. Another product that we carry is Memory Mixer, and that is a great software if you want to use more photos and embellishments and make it feel maybe more like a traditional scrapbook. That is a beautiful way to prepare those kind of files. Word is better if you're going to use mostly text and just want to add a few photos, or if you want to have columns. So Word is great if you're going to focus on text. Now, Memory Mixer can also. It just doesn't have as many features like columns and wrap text around a photo. So that may be something that you consider, but Memory Mixer also is a great way to prepare files for your personal history. So Memory Mixer is another product of ours, and we also print photo books for people. So 8.5 by 11 is a great size for a photo book, but you may want to consider a square photo book, for example. Maybe you want an 8 by 8. It's a little more unusual. Or maybe you want to have a photo book that is a landscape 8.5 by 11. Sometimes that is the easier shape for people to work with if they're adding photos. Whatever shape you prefer, that is perfect. It's whatever is your preference. So to go ahead and change a shape, we simply come up here to page layout, and then margins is the first thing, and you want to maintain at least a 0.5 or a 1/2 inch margin around your whole page. Now, if you wanted to have a bigger margin around your page, that is okay too, but we require you to have a 0.5. If you want to have a wider margin at the top, you would simply come and choose custom margins. And now you could say your top you want to be 1.5 inches, your left, your bottom, and right. Maybe you want your bottom to be 1.5 inches as well. So that's all you need to do. Select OK, and it will automatically adjust that for you. Now, if you want to change the size, you would simply come here. However, first let's talk about orientation. If you're just going to do a landscape book that is still 8.5 by 11, you could simply come here and switch your orientation to landscape. And there you see. So very simple to do. If you change your orientation, you may want to come back and look at your margins and reset those again and make sure they're okay, because it did switch. So your left you want to be 0.5, maybe the top you want to be 0.5, the bottom you want to still, let's just maybe say you want 1 inch there, and on the right you want to be 0.5, and say OK. So you can see that is so easy to change a page margin or the orientation. Now we'll change a size. We're just going to come here to more paper sizes, and you're simply going to type 8 inches wide by 8 inches high and say OK. And now you see you have a square page you're working with. So you can see it is super easy in Word to change your page size so that when you are finished writing your personal history, you can print a book so others can enjoy as well. Thanks for stopping by.